Once again, it's on. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, all inclusive podcast, children and babies. Yes. He is I is he, WILLMATIC, episode 33. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not gonna hold you. I am moving through these episodes, fam. Bro, it was literally I feel like it was just yesterday. I was on episode 2, fam. Not even sure what I was doing. Like, I was on SoundCloud, paying SoundCloud to upload my shit, which is crazy. I make a dime off of that. But you know what? You know what? It's called investing in yourself. You feel me? I didn't really need a dime from SoundCloud. I knew that wasn't the end for me. I still got catalog over there though. Shout out to my SoundCloud. I ain't even been on that shit in a minute, but yo, check it out, man. We got a lot to discuss this week. Few things to discuss. I got about 9 on the docket. Real nice, concise, episode for y'all this week. Low key wasn't even gonna hit y'all with nothing this week. Let me just be honest. Like y'all almost ain't get an episode this week. To be honest with you, you feel me? I just feel like um episode 32 was amazing, and I really wanted to just get that more time on the algorithm. I'm not gonna hold you. I just wanted that to grow just a little bit more. I see the engagement is definitely going up. I want to thank you all for tuning in. You could be anywhere else on the internet, but you chose to stop here and tune in to the E.B.C.G. We appreciate every viewer. Devastating wildfires in Canada right now, causing this smog that we're currently, breathing in. You know what I'm saying? We was already, listen, New York City, they just put out the list. What was it, like 2 months ago or something? For the dirtiest cities. We are already the dirtiest or the second dirtiest city, fam. You think we need a smoggy, thick, orange and red smoke in the air on top of that? We just got over COVID. We still got COVID to deal with. But apparently, I'm not sure what, is going on in Canada right now. Obviously, there's fires going on. I'm not sure what caused the fires, is what I'm saying. But, it's definitely a lot of, they putting out warnings and shit. Like, basically, if you have respiratory issues today, stay in the house, fam. This might be the day you might want to use that sick day. That last sick day that you was holding on to, stress the out. Like, damn, I only got one more. We ain't even in July. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, you're gonna have to use that this week because I'm not really sure. I'm an athlete, right? I'm doing cardio every day. It's leg day every day over here. You feel me? I was out there having issues, is what I'm saying. So, I do feel like these warnings are serious for people who have serious respiratory issues. Please take that into, take precautions, as you're traveling to work, to and from, they saying basically to, put your mask on. It's basically like COVID-19 is happening again, fam. People got their mask on. I'm confused as hell. I don't know if this is like, at this point, I don't know who to trust anymore, fam. So like, yeah, they said that there's some fires in Canada, but I'm thinking to myself, like, is this the first time Canada has been on fire? There's never been fires in Canada before. I've never seen the orange skies in New York City, fam. I'm not sure why, you know, uh, we're getting the effects of what's going on in Canada. We don't have the same healthcare though, but we could be breathing in the damn smog. Yeah, so 150 wildfires total in Quebec, so that's pretty much the main, you know, uh, where the majority of the fire is basically taking place. Let me see something real quick though. What caused all of this shit, fam? Did some shit explode out there? What is going on in Canada right now? That got New York City orange. That's what I need to know right now. Canadian wildfire smoke. It's just like, bro, why are y'all telling me this? I just feel like I've never really seen anything. This is like unprecedented to me. Am I the only one? I don't know, man. UFO sightings. It's just like, bro, it's looking more and more like, you know, all of those conspiracy YouTube videos I used to watch, basically. You feel me? I'm about to go back in my history and pull some of those back up, man. I'm really looking at the orange skies. They talking about UFO sightings one day. Now they telling us, get this, orcas, killer whale attacks on a rise. The theory that experts are basically using currently for, basically what is the explanation for this? Why are orcas in the water attacking boats, fam? They flipping boat, they capsizing boats right now in the ocean. Killer whales are going crazy, fam. Now they showed us on the documentary what happens when we litter, right? All the gum wrappers, all the plastic bottles and all of that stuff. They banned plastic, fam. They tried to save the water. Clearly, it's not working, fam. Orcas are clearly, ramped up off of, all of the pollution in the water, fam. I don't know if they high, drunk, or what, fam. Whatever's in the water right now got these shits going crazy. So let's get to the theory, right? Because I do find this to be, I am a nature being. I am a person of nature. So I do feel like when I see things that are nature related, it does kind of, it's something that I like to take heed to. And I'm just saying, if you plan on being in the water in the near far future, you have to take heed to these things, right? And we're gonna get to some other. There's definitely a whole other situation that took place, but we're gonna get to that a little bit later, right? It's a little bit more, morbid. Involving a young man in Baton Rouge. But the theory, let's get to the theory. They're basically saying that the only possible explanation that they could come up with is, maybe, perhaps, a boat might have, you know, uh, injured one of these, one of the mother orcas, right? So what they're basically trying to say is that it's learned behavior, right? So now this mother orca is in the damn ocean, mad as hell. She rallying up her other orca family members and shit, and they basically are learning this behavior from one orca that possibly, hypothetically, may or may not have been injured by a boat. So these are basically revenge attacks on boats, man. All I'm saying is this: I'm staying out of the goddamn water this summer, fam. What is going on right now? The water is not safe. The air is not safe. Like, fam, where is Captain Planet when we need it? That was a great show, by the way. In retrospect, they might need to like do a spin-off and bring that back. We got Black Panther. We seen what that did. I'm just saying, fam, if the water and the air, who is taking like what is getting ready to happen to our environment in the next 20 to 30. It's looking down right now. It's basically what I'm saying. Orcas are attacking boats. The air is definitely polluted. That's all I have for my nature news. Actually, no. So this is what we'll do. I'm just gonna get right to. I don't want to hold this off at this point since we on nature, right? Because this story right here, I definitely find to be interesting to say the least, right? So a young man by the name of Cameron Robbins, who was 18 years old. He is from the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area. You know, so I mean they haven't found. So basically, this is the situation. There was a cruise that took place. This young man was on the cruise. There were several, students on this cruise. It was, basically like a school trip type of thing. Long story short, I'm not sure what made, basically what they're saying is a dare or something along the lines of, peer pressure, you know, having too much fun. He ended up jumping into the water. And, basically what happened was, this young man, they threw a lifesaver in the water. By the way, I definitely want to point out that this water, right? And where was this? Was this in Louisiana? I don't believe it was. I don't believe this was in Louisiana. It wasn't. Hold on, I need that information because if I'm not mistaken, the water was shark infested, right? And this is why I said we're gonna stay on nature because you know this story is crazy. So hold on, let me see here. Cameron. This was in the Bahamas, right? So the Bahamas. Think about how you look at, you see postcards and everything that you think of when you think of the Bahamas, fam. The last thing that you thinking about is jumping into a water and then a shark. So there is a video of, this incident, and the video basically shows, the young man in the water. Looked like he was just in the water, basically having a good time at first, right? And then, what ended up happening was he ended up going in another direction, right? But the interesting thing that I found in the video was, he didn't go, it wasn't like the current took him in another direction. He kind of turned on his own will and he basically swam off in the other direction, right? And this is not funny. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I usually laugh when I'm not sure what's going on. When I'm basically, I have more questions than anything right now. So when I have questions, that's usually, uh, the reaction that comes out of me naturally, right? That's not me laughing at the situation. So I do feel like the theory basically is that a shark, uh, basically attacked this young man while he was in the water. Now, there's no proof of it. They went, they searched, the area. I'm not sure how long they searched, but I believe it was several days, if not weeks, or a week, at least a week. They actually ended up calling the search off, which I do think is unfortunate, so they weren't able to basically recover him. Family and friends are gonna remember team lost at sea during Memorial. So as I'm saying this, I just clicked and seeing that there was a memorial for this young man. Yeah, this is I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine, But I'm just saying though, a shark, fam. Shark infest the water. I mean, it's not a far fetched theory. This is not one of those conspiracy theory. It's not one of those, fam. If they're saying that the water is shark infested, we don't see him, drowning in the video at all. At any point, it doesn't look like he's struggling. It looks like he made a conscious decision to go away from the life preserver, which was thrown into the water, uh, basically so that he can get back on the boat. He ended up going back in the other dirt. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's scary in the water though. Was basically my main point, right? And I'm staying out of the water all summer, fam. You will not see me. I will be on land for the entire summer, And if I do end up going to the beach, it's not going to be, I don't go in the water generally anyway at the beach. I think that the water, the whole concept of the beach to me is disgusting, Basically in a giant bathtub with a bunch of random people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what your skin routine is and what you got going on, you know what I'm saying? To just be bathing in the water with you, right? So that whole concept to me has been off for quite some time, right? I'm just saying, man, keep your head on the swivel on the beach. Keep your head on the swivel on your feet. You feel me? It is not safe right now. Gervonta Davis definitely got sentenced to 90 days in jail. I'm assuming, yeah. So a house arrest. That's exactly what it was. House arrest violation. And this is something that I wasn't even aware of. Basically the case. And what I just recently found out is that this is stemming from a hit and run case that he had basically had been dealing with. He's on house arrest, violated house arrest. Now he's in jail for 90 days. I don't really have much here other than don't blow the bag, bro. Because honestly, fam, that's been a reoccurring theme. I feel like we just been seeing a lot of successful, young black men basically just throwing it all away, And Gervonta Davis, you just recently had a fight, fam. You just came off a, big fight. It's a lot of, it's a lot more for you to accomplish in the sport, It's only 90 days. With that being said, so it's not like, this ain't a stretch. This is not like we didn't lose Tank yet. You know what I'm saying? If we continue to see this, then we might lose Tank, fam. We need to see you and Shakur in that ring, is basically what I'm trying to say. Let me just get to what I'm really trying to say. We need to see that Shakur fight first. The Devin Haney fight, yeah. I'm not necessarily let's just say I'm not as excited for that fight as I thought I was, you know what I'm saying, prior to, just seeing Devin Haney's last performance against Lomachenko. Uh if he would have fought Tank that night, enough said, right? So, prayers for not necessarily prayers for Tank, This is not the end, but hopefully, he could bounce back from this situation and, get on the straight and narrow. He's had other, certain different little situations, spits and spats, domestic situations, and social media is not gonna. And this is the thing about this era, right? Being an athlete, being a celebrity, this is a different time that we're in. I feel like, yeah, Tyson was probably the exception because at the end of the day, Tyson was going viral before social media, right? And all of the stuff that he was going through, we was actually able to see those different situations play out with Mike Tyson. But I just feel like with Gervonta Davis, the irony is they compare him to Mike Tyson. I didn't even think about that. So maybe this is all lining up perfectly for Tank right here. This is probably the exactly how his career is supposed to be going. He might have needed to do this 90 days. Maybe this 90 days is keeping him away from another situation that he probably would have, ended up getting jammed up in. Who knows, bro? Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. Everything definitely happens for a reason. We don't want to see Tank in prison though. I don't believe that this is, there's no real reason for this to happen other than, you kind of just got to tighten up and move a little smarter, my boy. He violated probation. I'm not sure what he did. I'm assuming he probably went and fucked some bitch somewhere. He probably left it. Listen, man, I get it, fam. It's hard to kind of just stay still. I'm not sure how long, and that's why you probably should just avoid any legal situations. You know what I'm saying? Altogether, fam. If you know you don't have the discipline, yeah, it's tough. It's tough though. Prayers for Tank. We looking forward to seeing him in his next bout in the ring. What is the next? Oh yeah, it's Spence. Whoa, Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. I low key almost forgot about that. That's just how much shit has been going on. But that's coming up. What's that next month, right? Is that this month? When is that fight? No. That's the 29th next month. We actually got a lot of time for that. We got more than a month for that. But that's definitely gonna be, blockbuster. Looking forward to that. Hopefully none of them get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully nobody gets injured. We got a lot of time. A month and change between boxing fights is damn near like a whole year, fam. You know what I'm saying? The amount of training and the amount of details that need to go into the training camp. And so we just want to see these two guys make it to the fight is basically what I'm saying. We definitely still got NBA, well, no longer NBA playoff basketball. We at the finals now, fam. This is the finals now. We off the playoffs. Obviously episode 32. I'm still kind of recovering, mentally from, the trauma that I had to endure as a Celtics fan this postseason. And I'm in a good place now. I'm in a better place. I've kind of accepted things for what it is, and now we just kind of sitting back to see which one of these two teams are going to win the championship ring. So Miami and Denver, I'm definitely leaning towards Miami, and I was favoring Miami in the beginning. Now, now, now I'm actually, it actually looks like they have a pretty good chance of winning this damn championship, man. They done tied this series, so we currently sitting at one apiece. The Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets. So Denver won the first game, right? which was pretty much expect. Well, no, it wasn't expected. Not from me. It wasn't. Not from a lot of people. So basically, what the thinking was going into game one, they just sat down for how many other days that was. They had the layoff. People kind of assumed, all right, well, Miami's more in rhythm. Game one, they'll probably come out and steal. Game two, they'll probably get smoked. But it's kind of like going in a complete different direction. Everything that we thought was going to happen this postseason, the complete opposite has happened thus far. It's kind of like this is not a predictable. There's nothing you can predict here. Your parlays is off. Your bets is off. It's all off right now. Everything is off. The finals is off. It don't look right. We watching Jokic walk to the rim right now, fam, and score 50. Like this is the most bizarre finals I've ever seen in my life. But kudos to the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets at the end of the day, because nobody was really expecting, especially Miami. Nobody was expecting any of these two teams to be in the finals. Denver, I do feel like is a better team. Um, but I don't know, man. It's a this is a will versus skill matchup here. It's will versus skill. Miami Heat is will, and obviously the Nuggets have Jokic and Jamal Murray. Enough said in the skill department there, and then great role players, right? Miami has a great coach, which Denver also has a great coach, right? And Mike Malone. But then they also have Jimmy Butler, who we literally watched carry this team through the Milwaukee Bucks, the New York Knicks, the best New York Knicks team that we've seen since Spreewell had braids, right? Since the Starberries dropped, he carried this team through three great teams that we and then the Boston Celtics. They damn near swept them. They ended up going to Game 7 and then decimating them on their home floor, right? So I mean, it's been a hell of a journey for that team, is what I'm saying. Kudos to both of these teams, though. I'm not really as engaged as I thought I was gonna be. I thought I was gonna really be super engaged, but realistically, fam, the sky is red. Like it's more important things going on right now that I gotta kind of take heed to right now. So realistically, fam, this finals is on a back burner right now for me. If they get to Game 7, I'm definitely gonna watch Game 7, right? Which I do feel like they probably will. Yeah, this looks like this is going back and forth here. One apiece. Like I said, they actually play tonight, right? Yeah, they play tonight. So we'll see how that plays out. They playing in Miami tonight. That's noteworthy. So they coming off a win that they stole over there. They was talking crazy, talking about the altitude is gonna be too much for them. They're not gonna be able to breathe out there. Da, 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 da. Listen, they got one. They got one. A lot of teams ain't get one. They got one. Now they playing on their home floor, so this is gonna be interesting. I feel like the winner of this game tonight will be the champion. That's just my theory. Whoever wins, this is the game. This is low key Game 7 tonight because, like I said, there was the expectation was for the Denver Nuggets to kind of steamroll every team on their home floor. As a matter of fact, they haven't lost a game on their home floor, if I'm not mistaken, up until that point. So, clearly, that says something about the Miami Heat. So we'll be sitting back to see how that plays out. I'm probably gonna miss this, more than likely, but it is what it is. I'll see the highlights, and I'll definitely be back to pot about it on episode 34. What is this right here? Oh, okay, yeah, role players, man. It's gonna come down to the role players, and both teams are deep in that department. I think we'll stay on NBA briefly. We're gonna get off of the Miami Heat, Denver Nuggets, and we're gonna get to Ja Morant again. Here we go again, fam. Well, no, this is not another incident necessarily. This is just basically Ja Morant. Adam Silver's recent comments in regards to the Ja Morant debacle. Saga. You know, this is damn near like, fam. Like, I'm not really sure. So he's saying basically, they don't want to disrupt what's going on with the NBA Finals. But in all reality, fam, it doesn't seem like they're successful in trying to do this. I'm hearing about Ja Morant. I'm hearing I see more about Ja Morant than I'm seeing about, I ain't really even see no highlights yet. And I see Ja Morant stories, different journalists, different, media outlets, undisputed Skip Shannon and Skip. We gonna get to them later too, by the way. Cause Shannon Sharp is definitely on the way out of undisputed, Uh he just got a buyout from Fox. We gonna get to that later though. But yeah, man, John Morant. So this is the situation. Adam Silver recently, spoke out. They haven't suspended him yet, so that's basically what's pending, right? We're still awaiting a suspension. It's a lot of speculation about the length of the suspension. I don't know what they're gonna do. Me personally, at this point, I just feel like a trade is probably gonna be more significant here. If you suspend a player for 40 games, 50 games, a whole season, whatever it is, whatever. A whole season. Let's just say let's go with the worst case scenario, right? You suspend him for a whole season. He goes off and more than likely he's not gonna go see it. On his own will, I don't believe that at this point John Moran is willing to really reach out and get any real serious help, right? I don't even know if he feels like he needs any. Or maybe he doesn't even necessarily know how to go about it, right? There could be many different things, contributing factors there, right? As far as like how an individual is thinking and what goes into, what exactly does getting help mean? It doesn't mean the same thing for everybody, right? So I just feel like the whole situation is not going to change if you just take him out of the league for a certain amount of time. You really got to remove him from that environment that he's in Memphis, fam. Isn't that what we all keep coming back to? So they suspended, they banned his friend, right? Which I have a theory about this. And it just came to me right before I came on here in Gay Eye episode 33. I was watching Undisputed. And I'm watching Skip and Shannon. I'm watching them kind of sit there and basically trying to act like Shannon ain't just buy out of Fox and shit. Like they sitting there mad tense. Shannon is super extra aggressive. He doing most of the talking now. Skip is agreeing more. He more polite now. It's real tense over there, right? But I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm taking my notes. And I heard Skip bring up, the whole fact that they banned his best friend, his childhood friend. I'm talking about John Morant here. They banned John Morant's childhood best friend from the Memphis arena. I have a theory now that in my mind, I feel like John Morant wants to leave Memphis anyway at this point. So why not just trade him? His best friend can't come to the game. I'm pretty sure he's still he might be a little slighted about this, right? So what if maybe that's what this is all about? Maybe. I'm not saying it's the right way to go about things. What I'm saying is maybe in his mind, he feel like, listen, y'all want to get rid of the people that I started with, the people that I came up with. I was rolling in the mud with these people. Y'all gonna have to get rid of me too, fam. And let me show y'all just how, he basically trying to get off of Memphis, fam. That's the only thing that would make sense. Now, there's another theory that just came out, I don't know, this morning that his team is putting out, basically saying that this was not a real gun, fam. This wasn't even a real gun. And they're saying that it was a toy gun in the video. Now, this is the thing. I mean, it could have been, right? We've seen people get killed for less, right? So I mean, what I'm saying is this: there obviously are toy guns that look, can be passed off as real guns, right? It just doesn't make sense for you to do that, considering the fact that you just did it with a real gun, and we see what the repercussions was for that. So why, in your mind, would you feel like, all right, well, if I get a toy gun that looked like a real gun, that wouldn't really clean things up that great either, right? So now it's kind of like a whole thing where it's like, he not even taking this serious again. They trying to make excuses, and Listen, man, could it have been a toy gun? Absolutely. Is that gonna help or hurt Ja Morant? We'll have to see after the finals, fam. When Adam Silver goes live on ESPN, TNT, he will go live on every broadcast, fam. That's gonna be a hefty suspension at this point. I just feel like they shouldn't even have put anything out. You kind of just get dude. Why nobody know how to get low? The criminals know how to get low, fam. Everybody want to be a goddamn shooter. Everybody want to mimic the worst parts of being a criminal, fam. Why nobody want to get low, fam? Get low, my boy. You got to get low right now. The finals is on. The teams is not playing. You good. This is the perfect time to get low. You have the perfect opportunity to keep quiet and just let things play out how they gonna play out. You feel me? Now you putting out things with the team about toy gun. It's starting to become more of a joke again. And Adam Silver don't look like he in a joking mood right now. And that's basically we're gonna leave that, right? So we'll be looking to see how that plays out. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, toy gun. Interesting. Um, Tupac Shakur will be posthumously receiving his Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Now this is puzzling to me, just for the simple fact that I could have sworn I've seen people post 1,000, Tupac Hollywood Walk of Fame stars on Instagram. I feel like I've seen the Tupac star already. I wasn't aware that Tupac Shakur hasn't already been, Now this is the thing, right? Now the Hollywood star Walk of Fame, is that really how you clearly not, right? His legacy was already kind of etched in stone, right? All puns intended. We didn't really need that to solidify him, but what I'm saying is I feel like they're a lot late with this. Why did Tupac Shakur not have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, fam? Did you not see Juice? Did you not see Poetic Justice? Enough said, fam. Put the goddamn star in the concrete and let's have this ceremony. Like, this should have been took place while he was here. He could have got this done, in my opinion. Now, obviously other people might feel differently. I'm not sure why it took this long, in all seriousness. I'm not there could have been a legit reason or legal reasons. I don't know. But that was something that I seen and I felt like I had to write that down because I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, bro, Pac? We just watched the Pac doc. I just gave you the Pac doc review, the Dear Mama, which was amazing. I feel like I'm gonna have to watch that again, because like I said, the ads basically ruined the documentary. I'm gonna have to go buy this shit back without the ads and rewatch that joint. But yeah, nah, the Dear Mama doc was fire. Salute to Pac, for that stuff. As a matter of fact, that ceremony is probably taking place right now as I speak. June 7th is the date for that, and that is today. So yeah, salute to Pac, you know what I'm saying, for the star on the Walk of Fame. Even though like I said, he was already etched. The legacy was already carved out, they just late with this for whatever reason, right? But I feel like his estate, I feel like, the Tupac estate, they on top of everything, fam. You can't do you know what I'm saying? You can't wear a bandana without them coming for you. And I have a theory about these estates too, but I'm not gonna get into that on this episode. I feel like that might be a whole episode within itself, man. And just about how families in general, like just how people basically look to just prey on other people, fam, and take advantage of situations. And there's a lot of people kind of all of these estates that come for people and artists, and you can't sample certain songs. And fam, this artist died 30 or 40 years ago. Why can't I use this little piece of the song to make a hit, fam, without people coming to take millions of dollars out of my pocket? So y'all know I'm like a cyclist and all that. I cycle all throughout New York City, throughout the five boroughs and all that. I definitely almost, this the thing, right? I'm not new to this, I'm true to this, right? So I've definitely been in several accidents over the years, right? But this most recent joint was something that I just really can't. I just feel like I need to document it because I'm still scratching my head as to how my entire handlebar just completely snapped on me, fam. Now this is the thing, right? Fortunately for me, I'm in amazing shape, right? I'm a physical phenom. So I didn't fall, right? I caught myself. I landed on one foot. I did something crazy. Landed on one foot, kind of left. You know what I mean? Put my tippy toe. I used my pivot to keep myself up. Realistically, though, what really happened was I wasn't really moving that fast, and I'm not gonna hold you. That was basically what saved me, And man, when I just think about just the speeds that I hit on certain areas, man, it's a lot of hills and I'm on the hill, I'm doing damn near I'm passing everything, man. So all I'm saying is this: the handlebar snapped and I don't know why it snapped. I still don't know what happened, fam. Understand what I'm saying? There is no screw. There's nothing that fell off. There's nothing that came. This shit literally just disintegrated in my hands, fam. I didn't even notice there was a crack or anything. Now, in all reality, could have been cracked, and I probably just didn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it was, fam. I think my shit just did some Final Destination shit on me, or somebody's planning to kill me. Because, like I said, fam, I'm not sure why my handlebar just snapped for no reason, fam. I've had several bites. That's the first time this ever happened to me. But you know what I'm saying, when you cover it, you know what I'm saying, it's like I feel like, man, I like I said, man, that could have ended bad. But you know what I'm saying, I bounced back from that. You know what I'm saying? Something like I ain't fall or nothing. But the mental trauma of that is kind of like I ain't even wanna I damn near ain't wanna even ride after that, fam. I almost left that joint. Like I had to go take it. Of course I got it fixed. We back up and running, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Black Panther. I definitely gotta go get the brakes adjusted on my other shit. Having a bike is damn near like having a car, fam. Like I'm not gonna hold you. Like realistically, fam, I don't even know why. That's another thing. I need to do a whole bike movie at this point, bro. These bike lanes are ridiculous. They got me merging with tractor trailers, all type of buses. Why are you putting my bike lane with where a truck is, fam? Get me away from this. Or at least put a railing up, fam. There's no railings on most of these shit. Like, bro, you have to see these bike lanes. I'm in all of them though. But like I said, I just feel like I haven't really seen anything documented that I feel like the shit that I feel like I want to do. There was one though. There was one. There was this one dude that did something, but he was highlighting basically the parked vehicles in the bike lanes. You know what I'm saying? That was very specific. This movie that I'm trying to do, fam, I'm trying to tell you, man, there's definitely we need tunnels at this point, fam. Put me under the ground, under the trains, fam. I just need a whole thing to myself. The type of time I'm trying to be on the bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, these people in their car, they mad, smoking cigarettes and shit. You ain't even got the windows open, fam. You in the car smoking a cigarette. You got a mask on. Get away from me, fam. Before I GTA your shit. Yo, let's get to new music. New music definitely dropped. On that note, and by new music, I'm pretty much referring to understand that anytime I'm talking about new music, I'm talking about the artists I fuck with. So Baby Keem and Kendrick, more specifically, definitely dropped. A little Lucy, man. Listen, this the thing, right? It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. But that's not even really why I brought this up for real. That was kind of like that was basically like the bait. You know what I'm saying? I set y'all up for this. I really wanted to talk about the fact that Drake and Kendrick have definitely been subliminally throwing shots at each other on records for over a decade now at this point. Now, there are theories that are spawning from this new release from Baby Keem and Kendrick, this Hillbillies track. Now, me personally, I didn't necessarily catch it on the first listen, but it definitely made me go back and take a second listen, and, I still didn't catch it, to be honest, right? I didn't really feel like there was no Drake smoke on here. I didn't feel like there was any smoke on here, to be honest. And if I'm just keeping it all the way 1,000, this might be the worst song that Kendrick has ever done in his life, which is crazy, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm saying this. Kendrick Lamar, this hillbilly shit, this hillbillies flow with Keem. I'm not really here for it. Personally, I'm gonna, support my guy because at the end of the day, you have built up enough rapport with me over the years musically to where I can give you a pass. Like it's cool, you can get a pass, my guy. But I'm just saying, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You running around, you touring, you in England, you in fucking Australia, are you still nigga? Juneteenth is coming up, fam. This is the 50th year of hip hop. I just need to make sure that we not losing Kendrick. That's all I'm saying, fam. Because realistically, we ain't see him for 5 years. The album he came back with was amazing, and we still spinning it, and we appreciate it. But I'm just saying, like the hillbillies thing, I'm not really sure where we going here. I'm paying attention though. And as far as the Drake shots, I mean, I'm not sure. They saying that Keem was actually the one that threw shots at Drake. They saying Keem throwing shots at Drake, which is crazy. Like, listen, I don't know, man. Listen, Kendrick Lamar, your cousin, man. I guess you could throw shots, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got Kendrick Penn in your camp. Like, I'm not really sure what to take from this other than the fact that, like I said, I know for a fact that Drake and Kendrick, there have been, some little subliminals over the years, right? And at this point, we kind of sitting back waiting for like the big. Now, Kendrick done said Drake name on records. We ain't never heard Drake say Kendrick name, right? No, did. So realistically, Drake is the one that's been taking the subliminals. Kendrick been really dissing, son. We heard Control, right? We heard the BET Cypher, fam. Enough said. The BET Cypher with TDE, clearly that whole shit was at Drake. You feel me? He said some shit about you over us, OVO, over. Oh, come on, come on. Then the shit he said before that was crazy, right? So I'm just saying at this point, are we gonna get like some type of like it's the summer is here. Let's heat this thing up, man. Let's heat it up, man. The Hillbillies thing was cool, but like I said, let's heat this thing up, fam. Kendrick, what are we doing? I'm never doubting you, but what are we doing, fam? That's all I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Is Keem about to drop? More than likely, I feel like Keem. I think we do for a baby Keem album, this year, more than likely. I feel like Kendrick had his year last year. I feel like they kind of just rotated like that, and kind of do the back and forth, basically like they doing on this track. You know what I'm saying? Somebody did raise a point though about Baby Keem that I did think was noteworthy. I do feel like at a certain point, what was I watching? Who brought this up? I want to credit everybody who gives me I get my notes from and shit. I don't remember. It could have been the NFR podcast, but basically what they're saying is Kendrick needs to be away from. I think it was Rory and Maul actually. Shout out to the new Rory and Maul podcast. Rory and Maul, you know what I'm saying? Damaris, they over there cooking. I feel like Keem needs to get away from Kendrick at this point. Is basically what they were saying, and how much is it gonna help or hurt him to just basically like every time we see Baby Keem, pardon me, we see Kendrick Lamar right next to you, and it's kind of like, fam. Now they already put out them reference tracks where Kendrick basically was rapping all of your songs. Like they already exposed Japan, fam. It's like now it's like you just gonna be next to Kendrick every time we see you. That's gonna not help those rumors, right? And it's just like, how is he gonna really grow as an artist if he doesn't step away from Kendrick at some point? Me, realistically, I just want Kendrick to keep putting out solo albums, fam. I don't really want to hear a Hillbillies album. And if that's what the plan is, fam, if that's the plan, I better never hear an album with a bunch of songs that sound like this. That's really all I'm trying to say, fam. Don't give me this on an album. Ever. One of these, cool. A Lucy, cool. I'll accept a Lucy. I'll applaud it and I'm gonna keep it pushing, fam. I don't need a full album of hillbillies during the 50th year hip hop from Kendrick Lamar, fam. That is what I don't need right now. I need Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. Cause J. Cole, low key, every time, J. Cole get quiet and cook up a classic on us. You know what I'm saying? He definitely cooking that fall off up right now. the fall off, which that could be dropping the way it's looking though, and based on the title, I would assume sometime after September, right? He might be really gearing up for the fall here. I'm not really sure what he about to do. He might drop this summer. I don't know. More than likely he's gonna drop in the summer because realistically, you need the album to kind of grow. By the time we hit the fall, maybe that's the plan. I don't know. But what I was basically getting to is we need that Three Kings track, fam. At this point, we need the Kendrick, the Draco, and the Drake on one track. 2023 rapping on top level rap. I don't want to hear singing. I don't want to hear pop. I don't want to hear the hillbillies, fam. I don't want to hear J. Cole talking about how he about to go and he found a DJ on YouTube and he about to all that right now, fam. I need y'all on the same track, rapping and going at each other, fam. Let's get to it, fam. The summer's here. Let's heat this shit up, man. Enough of this subliminal shit, bro. If two artists feel like, all right, I do what I do, you do what you do, right? Or you don't do what I do, right? Because realistically, we know who got the pen in this situation. We know who pen is classic in this situation. How many classics Drake dropped? One, two, maybe? Questionable, arguable? Well, there's no arguing when it comes to Kendrick Lamar's catalog, fam. We talking about bona fide classic after classic after classic after classic, fam. He gave us four in a row. And all I'm saying is, let's just get him on the track at this point, and let's just see what it is. Like, enough of the talk and the speculation, fam. Put him on the track and let's hit him rap. And that's my take on that. And then we going, then we'll be able to really, kind of see what's going on here, right? They've been on tracks before, by the way, and you know, Drake can rap though, and that's why I want to see this. I'm so intrigued because I know Drake can rap. You feel me? When he's ready to rap, he just don't look like he's ready to rap right now. You feel me? Kendrick don't look like he's ready to rap right now. Based on Hillbillies, which is his most recent release, I don't know if he want to rap anymore. I don't know, bro, but he is on there talking though. He is on there talking. He do sound like he might have something up his sleeve over there. You never know with that guy. I definitely so that's new music. Did I have anything else for new music? I don't really feel like there ain't nothing to really drop, bro. Like I said, when it comes to new music, man, I'm only looking for the artists I kind of like. You know what I'm saying? Cole ain't dropped, Loop ain't dropped. Who else ain't dropped? I mean, I always got some heat on my playlist. You know what I'm saying? I always got something new to you. So yeah, I got mad new music. Realistically, I definitely upgraded my playlist. So technically, yeah, I got some new joints or whatever. New to you, but not so new to me. Yeah, ain't nothing really dropped. Meek Mill, I feel like Meek Mill's been quiet. I just feel like where are these artists, bro? All of the big artists from that era, the Big Sean's. These guys kind of, I don't know, man. After that Mr. Morale drop, I don't know. It's kind of hard to just come and just say anything after that, right? It's kind of hard to just come on and just talk about anything when you on a certain tier of rap, is what I'm saying. Obviously, the young artists are going to continue they'll put out a song every day and just oversaturate, right? Speaking of artists, I'm not even sure why this just popped in my head, but I did see something about Tory Lanez recently. I'm not, listen, man, listen. It is what it is, man. Tory Lanez is requesting, or he had, this was something that I seen like 2 months ago. He requested a retrial, right? He wanted a retrial. He said that there was certain, he had all of this different, found some, I don't know, man, some new things he wanted to share with the court, fam. They denied that, right? So now he's sitting in there talking about how the judges. But I just feel like I keep seeing a lot of basically Tory Lanez is still in prison and he can't accept the fact that he's gonna have to sit there for a little bit. I think he really thought he was getting ready to appeal this thing, and I'm not sure what he thought, but clearly it's not happening for him. And he's sitting in there, and Young Thug sitting, that's going. Oh yeah, definitely heard about little TJ. Is that the name of this young artist who was just recently jammed up with a gun? or something along the lines. So he definitely recently got shot too, right? I believe that was like the end of last year or the mid or in the summer of last year, right? I know he got hit up or whatever the case may be, right? Fortunately, he recovered and you know what I'm saying, it looked like he got past all that, but now he in a whole nother situation. He got jammed up, you know what I'm saying, with a pistol. I'm not sure if I believe this was at the airport, right? So now we talking about, you know, was this at the airport though? I don't want to put that out there. And it's not at the airport. Let me see. Hold on. I know he had a gun and he got jammed up. Little TJ. I'm all for new music after this, by the way. Clearly there's nothing that I'm Little TJ on IG Live. You seen police over in front of, oh no, no, no. This was on IG Live. What? Not on the airplane. Not in the airport. On IG Live? Well, that's that. I don't know. He got arrested on IG Live, fam. I thought this was like a whole, like they searched his bag. All right, I'm all for new music, man. I'm all for new music. I'm all for new music, but I'm not off of new shit. So basically, this is new. So Netflix definitely listen. This is the thing, right? I was just talking about how I basically don't really even understand how do you guys basically get invested in these series and these shows, right? And I had a lot of things to say about Netflix in particular on previous episodes. I just feel like the content of these movies, documentaries are always great, right? Depending on what we're watching, right? But just the movies, I feel like the films ain't really been really filming like that, right? I say all that to say this. I say all that to say this. I literally stumbled on this. Like I literally my thumb like kind of just like hit Netflix by accident. I wasn't even trying to get go on the app or nothing. I said to myself, all right, I got here, whatever. Let me just let me just look down at the screen real quick. Let me just see what's there, and you know, I'll probably get off of this real quick. Man, I look down. I start scrolling around. I start moving up the thing. I start looking at the different categories. I'm like, let me, you know what? I got some time on my hands, man. I ain't potting today, man. Let me just see what's on here. Let me just see, because at the end of the day, they always talking about all this stuff is on Netflix, and I ended up stumbling upon something. Is this a movie or a series? This is a movie, and this is a movie, and this movie is gonna be my first and possibly my last movie recommendation on the E.B.C.G. I'm about to hit y'all with a whole recommendation. Not even a recommendation. This is a mandatory assignment for everybody that is tuned in to this episode. There is a movie by the name of Missing. Missing. Just simply Missing. It's on Netflix. It's trending. The last time I checked, it was number 2 or number 3, which I think is crazy. I feel like this is the best thing they have on the app. Personally, I mean, man, it's starring Nia Long. I had to go and look up the cast, fam. I'm not even gonna hold you. I did that right before the episode. Like, I already had Nia Long, but I wasn't familiar with you know all of the other actors and actresses in the film. But I mean, listen, man, amazing. They did an amazing job. This is an 11 out of 10, fam. This is like they don't even have a scale for the rating that I want to give this. I mean, they knocked this thing out of the park. Nia Long, Storm Reed, Megan Shorey, Ken Leong, Daniel Henney, and Jaquam. I definitely don't have the pronunciation here. Check this out, fam. The name of the movie is Missing, and it is absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna sit here and spoil it. But I'm just saying, man. If you don't have, you know, a lot of people always come on and ask for recommendations, and I'm telling you right now, man. If you just want to watch some suspenseful uh shit that's gonna keep you, I mean, you're not gonna want to blink, is what I'm saying, fam. Everything about this movie is amazing, and it's crazy how they kind of take you along for the ride, and they mislead you in some fucking roller coaster. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's just my movie recommendation of the week right there, man. Missing on Netflix. I'm sure it's number one now. It got to be number one. Hold on, let me see where it's at right now. If this is not number one now, this is out of the park, fam. They could have damn. I'm not sure why this didn't come out in theaters, and it might have. I'm not sure. I'm not like I said. I'm not really heavy. I'm not a movie buff. I pod. You understand what I'm saying? I be taking notes, and I don't really have time to just be sitting and watching fictional. If I'm not writing it, I'm just not really that intrigued by it for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when it comes to these films, I just feel like these shit's been so subpar that I'm kind of coming in with preconceived notions for everything. Like I'm expecting shit to be ass, and realistically, I came into this with that same expectation, and honestly, I was left completely. I'm sorry. What was that just now? Why is this read aloud shit on? Shut up. That shit just almost blew my eardrum out, fam. So look, oh yeah, I'm trying to see where this is now. Top 10 movies in the US. Damn, this shit ain't even. What? It's not even in the top 10 anymore. So it came out this year though for sure. So this is not an old. This is definitely a new film because I definitely did check that to make sure. Like, bro, am I just late to this? Nah, fam, this came out this year. Wow. So it's no longer even trending. So maybe I do need to spoil this shit. Somebody need to watch this, bro. What is going on, fam? Nah, this has to be the best shit on here. Or maybe I'm just not watching enough of these. They got Arnold on the top of the goddamn. What is this? Arnold. Arnold got a series. Arnold. It's just called Arnold. Okay. Not better than missing, but whatever. What's number one? Where the Millers? Okay. Who that? Jennifer Aniston? I know what time it is. Okay. I'm sure that's cool. Here's somebody. And you got Boss Baby, which whatever. Some cartoon shit. I get it. The Choice. Angry Birds is number four. The Mean Girl. You see what I mean though? And this is exactly my point. Here's this great film that this amazing cast. They work so hard to put this film together. It's suspenseful. It's really a film. The Kingdom with Jamie Foxx. I get it. I get it. That's number 10. The Zookeeper. With what is this guy's name? Kevin James? Kevin James though. That's my guy right there. To Leslie. I might end up watching all of these low key. I'm gonna take a gander at these. What I'm basically saying is I might be a movie buff at this point going forward. I just want to see new shit though. I'm kind of off of the old shit already. The nostalgia shit. You gotta just kind of be in the mood for those. You know what I'm saying? Which is not often at this point. Uh, I feel like I've seen you guys. I know so much about your real characters now and shit. Like that's a real thing, man. I feel like with social media and all this, the way we have access to everything, that does affect the way we kind of view. I mean, for me, I'm speaking for myself. You know what I'm saying? For example, like look at Fresh Prince. You can't really watch Fresh Prince anymore, can you? Yes, you can. You can watch that forever, fam. I'm just saying, it's just a certain perception you're gonna have now about Will Smith when you see Will trying to hold the door. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, fam, we know your real character now. Jada, she ruined this. It's crazy, bro. As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, he might have ruined himself with this new film I heard about. And I definitely see, like, it's crazy. It's not even on the docket, but it definitely just popped in my head, man. Will Smith definitely is in some new, like, controversial ass film. Let me look that up real quick. Because realistically, I got one more topic on the docket, so I'm really trying to milk it at this point. Get y'all to a full hour and all that. We had like 59 minutes. Well, now we already got a full hour because I got that other piece. Yeah. Will Smith new movie. Hold on, let me see. Will Smith new. I know it's some like borderline Hitler esque type. You know what I'm saying? Nazi. Undawn. Is that the name of this? Undawn? I don't think this is what it is. Apocalypse and explore the shadowed run. Nah, there's some other shit he got going on. So Will Smith is still active. It's a whole trailer, and this is on his YouTube channel. Interesting. I didn't know about this. That wasn't what I was looking for. Oh, it's not a movie though. I don't think it's a movie. It might be a series or something. It's one of those, right? Is this it right here? No, it's not. Bro, what was I just watching? And they was talking about this. All right, well, anyway, just Will Smith aside, Shannon Sharp. Oh yeah. All right, we'll close with Shannon Sharp and Skip. So Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless are basically getting ready to, you know what I'm saying, call it a quits after six, 6 or 7 amazing years on Undisputed. I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like they kind of was just starting to kind of, I don't know. I personally enjoyed the little dynamic that they had, Skip and Shannon. If anybody needed to get buyed out, if there was anybody that needed a buyout on that Undisputed show, me personally, my vote would go for the mediator. I'm not sure who that lady is that at the end of every segment, you know what I'm saying? She comes on there and she'll have her little two liners and she'll just get right to the commercial. It's just like, fam, what are you here for real? You're not even in the studio. You somewhere else. You on a screen? Why do we need you here? If anybody needed to get bought out, that would have been who I'd have gave my vote to personally. I don't really mind skipping Shannon, is what I'm saying. But the internet going internet, and basically what they're saying is, let me take a swig of water, man. I tried to go through the whole episode without drinking water and shit. Hold on, you take a hit of this Essentia overachieving H2O. Yeah, so recently, or not recently, whenever this happened, this was like sometime last year, or this might have been this year actually. Earlier this year, there was some type of dispute between Skip and Shannon, with Shannon and oh yeah, yeah, it was the Damar Hamlin situation. So that was definitely this year. So obviously, we already know what happened with Damar Hamlin. That unfortunate situation. Skip had some things to say about it, and we kind of see how this played out already, right? Obviously, Shannon didn't agree. They went back. They did the show. Shannon was sitting there. He got mad. Then they had that little riff, right? So we kind of seen that there was some type of tension there, or whatever the case may be. I feel like they kind of went and ironed things out, and they got back rolling again. But now, for whatever reason, Shannon is now, requesting. Well, he's not requesting. He's buying out of this contract. You know what I'm saying? He's getting out of here. It's a done deal. And at this point, I do feel like Shannon Sharp, as far as in the media space, has built up enough rapport to where he could pretty much walk into any door at this point. I would assume. you know, not knowing what his actual relationships are, with people behind the scenes or whatever the case may be. But from the outside looking in, it does seem like he's pretty solidified. He don't mind talking about how he has bosses, and you know he's not one of those people that is too ashamed to basically say that he works for a company, or he seems like he's a company oriented individual, right? So with that being said, those are usually the people that, get those jobs fast. And I do feel like we already see interest. We already see who is that? Stephen A. Smith was basically talking about how, he wouldn't mind seeing Shannon Sharp coming over to ESPN, for like a part-time type of situation. Now, like I said, I don't know what Shannon Sharp got going on, fam. But if you ask me personally, I don't really see Shannon Sharp as a part-time kind of guy. Shannon Sharp is a guy that seems like he wants to be at the head of the seat, kind of running and doing his own thing with his own cast of people, right? He has the personality for it, and I feel like he does need his own show at this point. They gave Max Kellerman a show. Well, at first they gave him a show, Then they kind of broke it up and gave him a show with a couple of other people, right? So maybe they'll try the same thing with Shannon, and then we'll see how that plays out, and then we'll implement him into whatever. We'll just put him with a who. They'll just put anybody with anybody. Realistically, fam, it's just a bunch of former players. It's actually amazing to see all of these former players basically still you know it's I think that's like the best thing that they can do for a player, to keep them irrelevant, keep them, keep their faces out there, and obviously these players still have fans, so that doesn't hurt the ratings either, right? So it's quid pro quo, right? And I see what they're doing, and I think it's great. As far as Shannon Sharp, I think he will find another gig at somewhere else. It's not the end for him. As far as Skip, I don't know, man. Skip is my guy. When he ready, sometimes I have a lot of respect for Skip Bayless, man, and I do feel like he's good at what he does. I don't know him personally though, and at the same time, you know what I'm saying. But we don't know what he is like behind closed doors, right? He done probably called anyway. I just don't know why every black guy that gets with him leaves with him. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, fam, it's starting to look like maybe you two different people. Like you probably somebody else on camera. So we don't really know what the ins and outs is there, right? All we know that is Shannon Sharp is out of there. Skip Bayless going to have to find a new host, or not. He might fuck around and retire at this point. How old is Skip Bayless, fam? And how long does he want to just be sitting there? You damn near looking like you about to have a stroke sometimes, bro. You twitching and jittery in the seat and shit, bro. You need to calm down, my boy. You've been doing this for too long, fam. And realistically, fam, as I close my docket, because that was my last topic, y'all could all go and retire, fam. Because I'm coming to clean all this shit up. The E.B.C.G, I just gave out episode 33. Episode 33 today. But tomorrow, or in another hour, because at the end of the day, I could drop whenever I want to, right? This is a whenever I want to drop thing. This is no schedule. I'm not on no schedule. There's no corporation behind this. I mean, realistically, that's the goal, right? Is to become a corporation at some point. But there is no corporation here, fam. There's no bosses, no owners, no nothing. I am the boss. I am the owner. This is the Everybody Can't Go podcast. This was episode 33, and that was a wrap. As I'm losing my voice on the outro, I just want to remind you all that if you have respiratory issues, go outside today and have a great day. No, obviously, let me see, is this shit still, it is pink outside right now, fam. It done went from red to orange to pink, fam. We are on pink right now. I don't know what's about to happen. This could be the apocalypse. I personally do feel like at the end of the day, now we at the end of the episode, I can get my shit off now. Because this is the end. Nobody really gets to the end like that. I do feel like this is some government scheme, low key. I do feel like they put something in the air, fam. So what I'm really trying to say is this. This could be the last episode, but it's cool though. I gave y'all 33. You know what I'm saying? And 33 is really a good number, low key. I don't want to get into why 33 is a good number. We lost Nipsey at 33. R.I.P. Nipsey. R.I.P. Pac. It's June 7th. They putting Pac, they etching Pac in stone on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But we already knew his name. Come on, man. His birthday coming up too. Actually, yeah, it is. The 16th? Yeah, June 16th. And then we got Juneteenth on the 19th. It's going to be a very festive June. I hope you all, uh, enjoy it as well as I'm going to definitely enjoy it. I'm about to, I'm this next episode I'm about to do, I got something for y'all on episode 34. I don't want to say too much, but episode 34 might be the episode to get me. I might be, listen, they might put me on the Walk of Fame.